Jerry putting the NFL's leading rusher on blast after his backup Tony Pollard has showed out this preseason, rushing for 42 yards and a touchdown on 5 carries in Saturday's preseason win over the Rams. Ezekiel Elliott still holding out, but is back in Dallas after spending much of the summer training in Cabo. I'm going to start with the former Cowboy, Marcus Spears. Marcus, talk to me. Is Pollard's preseason a big deal or no big deal?
Yeah, it's a big deal because you need depth.
What?
You need depth, Stephen A. Look, we're not talking about Pollard stepping in for Zeke, obviously. We're talking about the depth at the running back position. When Zeke missed 6 games, they did it by committee. They had to go out and sign guys to Alfred Morris, i.e., to come in and try to compensate for this run game. If you can find that Tony Pollard possibly can carry you a couple weeks until you get this deal with Zeke done, then that's a huge deal for the Dallas Cowboys, especially in this preseason. The one thing Jerry alluded to was the fact that Pollard missed the block and got Dak Prescott hit. He got to pick up the pass protection responsibility. But look, when you have a roster spot that you've given to a kid and drafted, obviously it's a big deal when he goes in and has some success. He's not Zeke. That's not what I'm saying, but it's a big deal that he has success in this preseason based on this contract negotiation.
Well, the reason why I reacted the way that I reacted, my brother Marcus Spears, is because it's the preseason. That's why. It's not because of Ezekiel Elliott. It's the damn preseason. You stop that nonsense. He shows up for a couple of series, and now we got to stop the presence. Jerry Jones, and yeah, we gonna be all right. Oh, please, they're just trying to dig it at Ezekiel, trying to agitate him a little bit, a negotiating ploy, potentially to force him to come back a bit sooner than later. Stop that nonsense. Listen, Tony Pollard can play. I'm not trying to squash this opportunity. The brother had he played 3 years at Memphis, okay? Averaged more than 7 yards a carry. Never rushed for more than 552 yards in a season, but that's neither here nor there. The bottom line is that the brother, that's right, they threw a lot. And oh, guess what? I'm glad you brought that up, Marcus Spears, because that's one thing you failed to bring out. Aren't the Dallas Cowboys, don't they have a new offensive coordinator in Kellerman?
Yes, they
Haven't they said that what they want to do is throw the ball now significantly more than they have in the past? Aren't we getting away from using Ezekiel Elliott or anybody like him as the workhorse, the bell cow, 322 yards, 322 carries rather, as a rookie, 304 carries last year in his 3rd season? We want to get away from that. We're about to give Dak at least $30 million, right? We want him to fling that football. Yep. Right? We finally got a number 1 in Amari Cooper, right? Oh, Mr. Slow is a snail with arthritis, even though snails don't have arthritis. And Jason Witten, he's back. He's your security blanket in short yardage situations. Randall Cobb is an upgrade from Cole Beasley. So they're supposed to be throwing the football more.
Let me jump in and teach you a little football. Let me jump in and teach you a little football, please.
Please. I didn't play. You did. I did it. You did.
Positions are very important when you talk about what times of the season you're in. And in the preseason, the best read you get is figuring out who can be a runner in your backfield, who can pass protect, who can pick up protections. That is a very important portion of a running back's job in the preseason. There are some positions that are not as important when we start talking about the preseason. But what Tony Pollard is doing, these reps that he's getting with the possibility that Zeke is not there when this thing kick off for real is a huge deal to the Dallas Cowboys. Especially when you they not Stephen A. You could talk about they want to throw it around the yard and Kellerman is going to do this and John Kitna, my guy, is the quarterback's coach and how Dak has gotten good. They built this football team. They built this football team to run the football. Believe that.
All right. A couple things here. You said John Kitna's your guy. Is that what you said?
That's my guy.
Word? That's your guy?
John Kitna.
Yeah. John Kitna?
Yep.
John Kitna.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm leaving that alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. John Kitna's your guy. Okay. Now, I'm leaving it at that, right? Now, didn't you just say Tony Pollard? Didn't you just bring up how he had issues with pass protection?
He did.
Is that clear? Did you say that?
He did.
All right, that's number 2. Hold on. Now, the offensive line for the Dallas Cowboys, we all know that they've been stout in the past, took a little step back last year, albeit to injuries. We get all of that. Are you expecting them to be good or great this year? Which one?
I expect them to be great. Travis Frederick is back. You got to remember, they had an all-pro Pro Bowl center that didn't play the entire season. This Cowboy football team is built for Zeke to tote the note. Stephen A., why you think we've been having all these conversations about how important Zeke is to the Cowboys? He's not in a conventional position that all other running backs are in the NFL. It's because they have created this offense for Zeke to be the feature and everything else feed off of that.
I got it. We run out a little bit of time, so I just need you to work with me here. You picked the Cowboys to come out of the NFC, is that correct?
No, actually, I picked the, I did. The East out of the NFC East.
Exactly. Okay. All right. So in other words, I got you with your Super Bowl pick, and they happen to be your former team, and you happen to got a guy coming out of Memphis, Tennessee, all right, Memphis, that's never rushed for more than 552 yards, who, by the way, has an issue with pass protection out of the backfield.
He had 300 receiving yards.
But that is why,
I didn't say he can't play, Molly. I didn't say he can't play. I know Tony Pollard can play. Please don't get me wrong. All I'm doing, I'm just connecting the dots because I'm talking to Marcus Spears here. All of those dots.
You are one of the most educated people I know. All right? These damn reps for Tony Pollard in the preseason are vitally important if Zeke is not going to be there. You understand that, Stephen A. What I'm telling you is this. Don't look for him to replace production and be the greatest world beater at running back. But if he can come in and sustain until Zeke Elliott gets back, that is huge for the Dallas Cowboys.
No question.
I'm just saying. All I'm saying is I noticed the pattern, and you gave yourself away when you said John Kitna is your boy. Only you would bring up John Kitna in an argument for the Cowboys. Only you would do that. I didn't bring him up. You brought him up.
Thank you so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.